Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your daily daily tarot with a little bit of astrology reading. So this one's for Monday, October 2nd, 4 a.m. We have the moon right here sandwiched in between Jupiter and Uranus. So that brings in a lot of awesome energy for fulfillment, for being happy, for bringing in more money, for being, good with your body. All of those things are Taurian traits. It's fixed energy when the moon's in Taurus, but because it's at that, moving towards that last decan, that last 10 degrees of Taurus, it could be that something is much better than it was before as far as bringing in resources of any type that are really solid. So yeah, okay, let me keep going with the cards here. And then, of course, bringing in that Uranian energy, it brings in the ability to create change that's expansive. With Jupiter, it's about expanding. So as long as if you have been working on your belief system, as into do you believe in yourself? Do you know what you really want? All of those good questions to ask. If you've been working hard on that, it's great. And we have noticed these two trines over here to Mercury. Mercury in that later degree of Virgo has a lot of skill attached to the ability to communicate, to put your point across in a way that it brings into focus. And then, both of these are earth signs. This Virgo is mutable, but so that brings in the ability to assimilate and be more flexible and with your discernment, but still focused in because it's at that 25 degrees, so there's some mastery there. And it could relate to health matters that are actually better. There could be some new breakthrough on, any like a tummy issue. Taurus can be sometimes about the tummy. Other times, though, it can be about the jaw and neck area. Yeah. So let me move this out of the way and let's look at the cards. Okay, so I have the High Priestess, Eight of Wands, and the, hold on, let me turn this glare off here. There, that helps a lot. Okay, King of Wands. So that's a lot of forward movement. If you're coming from your higher self and you're very tuned into your intuition, then things can really go well. Especially with that Eight of Wands, just think of all of your passions kind of hitting the ground and you're grounded in. And with the King of Wands, this is our card for leadership. And we're still in that disseminating, waning phase, so that has to do, just like yesterday, it's more air related, and air and fire. All the kings are related to the element of air, and then this, of course, with the wands, it's fire. So the spirit, the bringing through our leadership, bringing through who we truly are, and what foundation we want to create. And with the little salamander down here, you can always remember that things are renewing, always renewing. There are salamanders on his robe right here as well. Yeah. So anyway, back to the disseminating phase of the moon. It's like the waning phase. So we went past the full moon and we learned something and things are coming through. And now we really have the possibility of creating something of great structure. And the King of Wands definitely confirms that. And maybe we're sharing whatever we've learned in the past. And so things are more, we're making use of whatever came through. And it could be, too, with the King of Wands that somehow or another, whatever you've been working on is more meaningful and useful to you than you realized. And now with this, in this waning, disseminating phase, you are definitely figuring that out. And it's also, the waning phase is also the place where we kind of let go of the old rigid rules. I mean, this guy's all about the rules. He's often, an attorney or a judge, but I don't know. With all these other, there's too much other cards that kind of counteract rigidity. So, but this is all about, a maximum growth point and the potential. So the potential to quickly move, and lots of energy to move into your leadership, leading your own life, that's our leadership. And all of that is possible if you're coming from your higher self, if you're coming from your intuition. With the High Priestess, she's all about trusting ourselves. She's all about getting into that clear place within where you understand your divine intelligence and you move from there. And, she has the Torah across her lap, which relates to spiritual law. So that's if all the cards are upright. If the High Priestess is reversed, then it's much more of a quiet day. It has a quiet flavor to it. It has more to do with getting in touch with whatever's inside that maybe has you doubting yourself. And if if that's the issue, if that's the issue and you get in touch with it, then things can move forward quickly. But if it takes you a while to get in touch with that place where you're doubting yourself, then things just don't hit the ground and you're kind of stuck, right? And there might be somebody over here saying, hey, well, do it my way. I'll tell you what to do. And maybe that's not right for you. Maybe it needs to be figured out, your own way. Let's say, in the worst case scenario, all three cards were reversed. Well, that would just be possibly betrayal by someone, because this guy reversed is not nice at all. And if it's not a person, because it often doesn't have to be, of course, could just be some energy that's kind of inverted, going back on yourself. Your life force isn't going out and you're kind of stuck. Like all of these cards feel like stagnant, stuck energy to me if they're reversed. But, rarely do we have three reversals all in one day. And so let's leave the Eight of Wands upright. This could be getting in touch with your self-doubt, and then as you do, things move much more clearly, and you do realize where your energy was turning within against yourself. And then you realize, oh, well, I can turn that around too. If I just stop doubting myself, I can step into my leadership. And the more you do that, your higher self is like, yay, she got it, or he got it. Yes, let's go. Let's get some things done. Even if it's just one little thing that gets you on that going in that right path, one foot in front of another, or one foot in front of the other. We only have two, right? Or two left. Okay, I am going to stop. I'm getting silly. Okay, you guys, hope it's a wonderful day. Take good care. Bye.